All right, good morning once again, and this is a very beautiful, bright Wednesday morning. I almost said Tuesday. The week is half today, and all of that. But I believe very, very strongly that Nigerians are agitated about a lot of things going on in the society, bombings here and there, the insurgents' activities has been upheld, and a lot of things are characterized, by their attacks. A lot of lives have been lost, particularly in Potiskum in Yobe State. Over the night, a lot of activities are still recorded, but we'll be taking you through some interesting topic this morning as usual. This is your show. This is Crossfire. My name is Dapo Banjo, and I have with me on the show my regular co-anchor. Her name is Ishioma Agahine.
Good morning, Nigerians, and welcome to the show. Hope you had a restful night. Mine was not restful.
Anyway, I hope that very soon Ishioma would start having restful nights. And,
hopefully.
But because we spend a lot of
with
hours
the 99
in traffic,
problems Nigeria is currently facing, how would you rest properly?
It's so very, very discouraging. Yeah. But we have decided to just keep up the pace and ensure that we keep you engaged and informed. And that's why Crossfire comes on your way every day, just to make sure that you are abreast of what is going on in our society. This morning, we have a very important personality joining us in the show. This person is not partisan. From all the information and all the trappings that we have, he is a representative of a particular body called IVAN, I-V-A-N, which stands for Independent Voice Association of Nigeria, aka Voters. And he will be, enumerating and educating Nigerians on what they stand for and what they believe in, their ideologies, their objectives, their aims, and how they intend to achieve that. As Nigerian approach, the polls come March the 28th and April the 11th, respectively. His name is Prince Bani Akporehe. Prince Bani Akporehe is here with us in the studio, and we'll be doing the show together today. It promised to be a very engaging and interesting one, though. So, don't go nowhere. Just stay glued and stay tuned. All right, let's start the show, on a very, lighter note. Ishima, we have been talking since Monday about, hashtag Nigeria 6 weeks, or hashtag 6 weeks Nigeria. A lot of things that Nigerians are expecting to happen in the next 6 weeks since the elections have been postponed. And, we have talked about a lot of things.
Yeah. Yesterday, day before yesterday.
Exactly.
And hopefully
on
tomorrow
Monday,
also.
and hopefully we'll continue tomorrow since we have a guest in the studio.
Yeah.
But, maybe we should have another opinion, on some of the issues that we have raised. And since we have Prince in, with us on the show, we may just want to find out from Prince. Prince, what does 6 weeks, when you hear 6 weeks, what comes to mind?
Thank you very much. When you introduced me, I didn't have the opportunity to at least address the viewers and tell them thank you for...
Okay, do that right now, Prince. Do that right now.
And I promise you are going to learn more about Ivan today.
Okay.
Yeah, the 6 weeks, like you said, I think you are talking about the postponement of the general elections, and that was foreseen before it even happened, because myself...
So you believe it was premeditated?
No, it's a genuine thing to do, because...
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yes, because I am the national president of IVAN, and I have a TVC, but I don't have the PVC. So that day, it means if they had held that election... No, not yet, because I have to travel to my village, to my ward, to get my own PVC.
Okay.
So I've been there twice, and I was told that mine wasn't ready. So I don't know actually how the thing works.
And what state is that?
So, Delta State. I'm an Isoko.
Okay.
So I don't know how it works. If it's something...
Were you given any good reason why your PVC is not yet ready?
Yeah, they just say it's not ready.
Even after the postponement.
Is it possible it's captured amongst, the 1 million unprinted PVCs?
I don't know if it's selective printing they are doing, but I don't think it's captured. They should print it and call me, even send me a text message that mine is ready for pickup. My telephone number is there. If they give me that information, I will go and pick it up. I think that's the customer service they lack. They
Oh,
should try
okay,
and do
so
something
what,
about that.
what would be your reasons for supporting the 6 weeks postponement of the election?
So that everybody can vote. If you are trying to conduct a free and fair election, everybody should be able to vote. As soon as you have registered, take for instance, if you register 1 million people and you make the PVC available to 500,000, you've already disenfranchised 500,000.
That's true.
That election is no more free and fair. So I think where 1 million are registered, you close registration, you now give the 1 million PVC to go and decide who will be their leader. That election is perfect.
But do you know also that there are so many Nigerians who have their PVCs, but they've made up their minds they would not vote on that day of the election? So do you think,
election
so
apathy.
of what use is the postponement, knowing fully well some people have no intention of voting also?
Actually, you see, that's the freedom of choice.
That's true.
If they choose not to vote, it's their own choice. Now we have members, Ivan. I can assure you all our members will vote. Because normally turnout is an issue that even INEC should address to try and encourage people to come out and vote. In as much as they are registering people to vote, they should still put some energy to encourage these people
that people come
to
out
vote.
to vote.
But do you think this is only about INEC? Because another major issue now is about security. If security on that day is poor, people also will be discouraged to come out to vote. So what would you, do you have anything you want to say about the state of security in the country?
Security in the country, nowhere in the world is really secured. You talk about security, security is a challenge to every country, every nation of the world. That should not be a factor why people should not go out, because going out from your house, every day you are taking risk, even if somebody don't come and shoot you.
Election or no election.
Election or no election, you are taking risk. So the same risk you take that day to go and vote, cast your vote.
Is the same risk
So I hope
taking?
Nigerians are taking note
Yes,
of that.
I think they should go
Okay.
out and vote. Forget about security. Security, nothing will happen to them. If they are scared that something will happen to them, I think the government should even address that issue and make sure they too have something in place that will guarantee the lives of people that will come and vote for them.
And vote for them. Yeah. All right, Ishama, still talking about the state of the nation. We considered, a lot of things around security. Yeah. And yesterday, I know we were very, very concerned about the preparedness of the Nigerian police force for the forthcoming elections. And the question I was asking, very simple. Are they prepared emotionally? Are they prepared psychologically and mentally and physically?
Manpower
to be able to
also.
exactly. We know that manpower, from the number that they have given to us, I mean, it obviously cannot, provide the type of security that we feel, should be in place. We're going to be manning, the security agencies are expected to man about 150,000 polling units. And we have been assured that we have 360,000 men. And if you do your calculation, you find out that you have less than 3 officers per polling unit, and even if they take a machine gun, even if the officers are Rambo-like, I mean, in a place where there's going to be chaos.
Yeah,
I'm
and particularly
very sure
some areas that are so
overwhelmed.
restive also.
They will completely
How will
overwhelmed.
they be able to hold out?
Actually, this is a very good question. You see, one thing about security that we've not really addressed, who are we securing ourselves against? That's the question. Okay, who will be those that will cause the problem? That's another question. You understand? Then, now, that's one thing, that's why Ivan is very important. When we go to sensitize our members, that's grassroots level.
Just your members? How about ordinary Nigerians who do not belong to Ivan?
We do not have the capacity to address all Nigerians because we are not a government. We are just an interest group. So we have members who who key into our goals, who share the same interests as us. So what we do, we sensitize our members on the need to stay away from the polling units if they have no business.
Now, before we even go far,
vote,
Prince,
yes.
Prince, I mean, sorry that I had to interject. I need to even, since we're already going into Ivan, let's find out what actually informed Ivan. What was the need What need exactly does Ivan, is set up to meet?
Okay, let me just take quick time here to break it down. Okay. I am also a co-founder of Pamela Erere Foundation, PEF.
Okay.
Myself and my wife, we bring things from the US, clothes, then we buy foodstuffs. What we do, we cater to women, children, widows, single parents, okay, and some less privileged. So we've been doing that since 2008.
Okay.
Then 2013, I was just thinking, how do we, help, extend our help to other areas? Then the idea of Ivan came in as an interest group that can at least, like a foundation does not have serious power, but Ivan is an interest group. It involves a lot of people from different demographics in terms of youth, men, women, farmers, workers. How can we do this? Because these people are helping. If they have a government or a government that sees their need, not their wants, their need, then it will not create this need for them. So they will be, at least to an extent, be able to help themselves from that.
So how does Ivan intend to do this?
Ivan was formed by a group of individuals. Now, to get membership is the first goal. After we've acquired our membership strength, then now we'll now start developing ourselves. We have the idea of a microfinance bank, like a cooperative, okay, which we'll set up. And we intend to set this up with the assistance of even those candidates and those candidates that get into office with our support.
Sorry, please, but won't that mean your loyalty and, well, Ivan at that point in time will be loyal to that particular candidate? So at that point, even if that candidate is doing something wrong, Ivan will not be able. Ivan will not be able to speak out to them like what you're doing is wrong.
Did you say anything about
Let me finish my statement, please. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. The candidate is one area of seeking their support to set up our microfinance bank, to finance farmers among us, traders among us, the petty, citizens of Nigeria among us. Now, also we seek support from corporate bodies to finance this microfinance. Giving us support does not mean you are hijacking us. We are not selling our conscience to any candidates. If the candidate wants to take our conscience, then who took the candidate's conscience to put the candidate in office? We did not take his conscience. So I don't think any candidate will come with the idea, because he means good, he wants to lead a group of people, the whole country, a whole state. He should have some good intention about that's the people of that state. So when we seek their support, because we are going to endorse at the end of the whole campaign, we are going to endorse. We have not done that yet. Okay.
Now, reading through a couple of information about Ivan, I discovered that your concentration is actually, on the need of the voters, the people who have actually gone out to vote people into office. And how do you represent them? From what I read up, is that you will ensure that the promises that are made during electioneering process, campaign, and rally before they get into office are actually carried out to the letters. Is that correct? How do you?
Yeah. If they fail to meet.
What's the vehicle? What vehicle are you going to use to ensure that gets done?
It's just like a military warfare. I'm not going to let out all of our jokers, our cards, but they will perform. Okay. If we support you, if you got into office by means of votes and voters voted you in, then that means you owe those voters the responsibility to perform. If you don't, it will be a different style this time. I want to say it, but I'm holding myself. But we will come to you.
But the truth is, when we come to you,
when we come to you, you the candidates, you will not even let us come out. You will get the information and you try to stop us by trying to negotiate maybe a closed door meeting to make sure you now start servicing our interests as well as your interests. Or you allow us come out, then you see what we have in store.
I'm sure you are not. I don't want to believe that you are coming across to Nigerians like a militant group trying to start somewhere, you know, and all of that. But you see, I think that exactly. I think that Nigerians really want to know. I mean, the platform you are in, you are watched all over Nigeria by millions of people, tens of millions of people, and you see, people want to be members. What qualifies me to be a member of IVAN is something that we're going to be looking at. But before we go into that, there's a need for us to create a balance, you know, in whatever we do, you know, and all of that. And so it is being expected that over time, Nigerians are getting really informed, electoral-wise, okay, electoral-wise. And so that's what I intend, you know, that we will be discussing. But we're going to go on a short break. And when we come back, we'll be taking, you know, a lot of other, you know, questions about IVAN, and then as it relates to the state of the nation as far as the elections in 2015 are concerned. So we'll go on a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll be taking this conversation to the next level. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back again. This is Crossfire, and we have been having a robust discussion in the studio on the state of the nation, especially as it has to do with the 6 weeks extension or postponement, rather, of the Nigerian elections for 2015. I mean, a lot of information have been passed about that, and we are still talking about that. We have in our studio with us the president, the national president of IVAN, Independent Voice Association of Nigeria, also known as Voters, Prince Bani Akpore is here in our midst, I mean, in the studio, and we have been discussing about, you know, what the ideology behind IVAN and all of that. And then, Prince, I want to ask, what practical ways have you adopted to preach no violence to your members and educate them about voters' responsibility? What they should expect, what they should do, what INEC expect of them, what the government expect of them, what their community expect of them. What exactly is your organization putting in place to ensure, one, that your members will not be violent in any way, whether their candidate comes in or the candidate does not come in, knowing fully well that IVAN is not, you know, is just a constituent of a lot of representative people who belong to various parties. It's just only the leadership of IVAN that is not partisan. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, actually, in IVAN, we are democratic as well. We try to let everybody have a say. If you intend to vote for a particular candidate and you're a member of IVAN, is allowed. When that candidate gets into office and is not performing accordingly, we can still address that issue with you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I think that brings me back to the question, how we are going to hold them responsible. Yeah. Now, before we support a candidate, we want to have some sort of MOU, understanding with them, an agreement that when they go in, all these, our interests that we brought before them and aligned with the candidate's interests and the party's interests will be dealt with sincerely.
Okay.
Now, if they refuse after getting into office to treat these interests,
the concerns and the promises
they have made, now we have a way, we are going to be the first interest group that will come out and protest with our voters card held high up, you know, approach the office of that candidate. Because we are a national body, we can mobilize from any part of the country to come to his office and address the issue and tell him, look, these things
Peaceful
will probably
rallies.
solve.
Peaceful rallies.
But what if the
Peaceful
rallies?
rally.
What if the rallies are later on
Hijacked
characterized with
or
violence, hijacked maybe by hoodlums, or you have members of the security agents coming up to throw tear gases at you guys and upset the peacefulness of the rally? Under that situation,
I sincerely
what
hope
would-
that if you want to do a rally, you know the
And you know you
know
need
the very,
procedures,
you know the
you need
social
to get
laws that
permission.
guides,
Yes,
you know,
Yes.
yes, we'll go and get permission.
and if that is not granted,
There is no reason why
There's
it
no
should not
reason
be
why it should not be
granted.
granted.
If it's not granted,
For
that means we are not
security
running a
reasons.
democratic
no,
society.
of course, there are areas, there may be situations where your request to hold a rally, a peaceful rally of this sort, would not be granted by the security
It's
agents.
just a match. It's just a match. We are going to march. Look at what I said.
And
We
I
are
know-
not holding anything. No bottle, no stone, no stick. We are holding our voters' card. What that signifies that we are voters. We are coming to that man we voted for to tell him, Oga, bros, do this thing for us. These are our interests. Who will come bring committee? Do one for us. That's what we are coming to address with you. And if you turn us, if you decide to pour water on us or to push us or to flog us, people will see you beating voters now. Then the next election, you expect the same voters to come and vote for you. Is that the kind of leader we want? No. So the person should be sensitive enough to understand that these people are coming for a reason. Because we
For a
told you,
genuine
a
interest.
genuine interest. I'm not coming to say, give me money. We don't need your money. We are coming to tell you, this thing is affecting us like this, like this, like that. Okay, let's address this thing. Let's put it on the agenda so that it becomes an issue that they will address. And
Now,
provide
but
solutions.
Prince, we have had a lot of interest groups that has probably over the time evolved, and many of them are around, and we have seen their leaders compromised, completely compromised, and you will not be able to represent the people anymore.
but
Because
rather-
I mean, all this leader need to do is to say, help me invite Prince Bani, and they bring Prince Bani alone without your members, and they bring you into an office, they negotiate with you, and they settle you. This is Nigeria,
Educate you.
Prince. I mean, don't tell me.
These
This
are
is
some of the
Nigeria.
things
You see,
Nigerians are thinking also.
that is what the country has been reduced to. But we thank God the country is growing back to the level.
Do you think the country is growing?
Yeah, the country is growing. If we have a government, at least the government will be working, then the country will be growing. If the country is not growing, the definition of government means government by the people, of the people, and for the people.
And
by the
and
people
you
is
think-
us.
Yeah.
By the people is us. Ivan is part of by the people. So if we Ivan members can organize ourselves and be pursuing our own interests, because democracy is built on interests. Parties were formed based on their interests.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Candidates go to office based on his interests, then combine it with the interests of the
Of
party.
the party.
Now, the voters, they go to vote. They don't know why they are voting. Some think their interest is 1,000. Some think their interest is Bele infrastructure. Now, Ivan is telling them, look, sensitization, your interest is not 1,000 only. Collect 1,000. But your interest will be negotiated by your group, your union, Ivan. So let them go and vote, choose their leader, then stay behind their association. Then the
I
association
asked
will
you a
pursue.
question that you have not answered, and I'm coming
now,
back there.
Yes,
Prince.
the question now.
If
you
the
ask,
government invites you for a
invite me
negotiation,
for
and it,
negotiation,
Yeah.
yes,
With
I'll
so
come
much
there.
Ghana must
Because
go bags
all
and
this
all of
Ghana
that.
must go back.
it is when the money is not enough that you are going to say no.
Ivan is a union of voters. He's not even supporting any party or any candidate. You will understand he's not being sponsored by any party or any candidate. If they intend to hijack Ivan by coming, people have told us they will hijack you. Even when we go to inaugurate Ivan in communities, we see people who were sent to come and monitor us to see what we are doing.
Your effectiveness and your.
And we've seen somebody that followed us, like for example in Delta State, he followed us from Enwe to Asaba to Agbo. This man was following us. At the end of the day, we gave him money we gave him money and asked him to, go back to where you came from. He was following us. He was acting as if
What
he
was
wants.
his interest?
His interest was he wants to be Ivan. He wants to work for Ivan. But
Did he
it was not
represent-
really it was not a genuine interest. After we gave him money and told him to go back, he did not call one day. We gave him just transport money, he did not call one day. Now, people started bringing out information.
He just wanted
that
to
he
see
came-
the benefits.
He came
of, you know.
to gather information what Ivan is about, and he was reporting because that day when they did some things,
The snitch.
yes.
So he was representing, did he represent any political party or
Very
interest
obviously.
group or what?
But
Very obviously.
we were not even concerned. We were even teaching him more about Ivan. So when he goes to where he was sent from, he will take the good news of Ivan to those people. So that was how we handled him. Because you see one thing, there is
Are you
love,
saying
love.
that government cannot buy you over, or a,
They-
or a
I'm
party
not- I'm not
in Nigeria
Buy your group
cannot
over.
yeah,
I'm
or buy
not-
your group over?
I'm not hungry. One, two. If you if you watch if you go and read what I've been doing, I give.
But you have given. So giving back to you should not be a problem,
But
or
not-
receiving.
not to
He
buy.
that
Exactly.
giveth receiveth.
If you give me gift,
Yeah.
if you give me a gift, I will accept it.
Won't that
There are
be,
principles
What's the
very
difference
different
between
won't
the
that,
gift
won't that
and-
compromise you
yes.
later on?
No, you are not giving me the gift I'm talking about. It's not give me a gift and say, take this money. Don't pursue your goal again.
Because
That's
we-
you are
we
buying
know
the
for- we
association.
know for
now.
judicial officers.
I'm selling our association
Yes.
for a fee.
For a fee,
For a
But
a
do you
good
know?
fee.
Do you know something?
What is a good
Knowing
fee?
fully well that you don't have sponsors today, you are not collecting money from parties to run. I mean, and if eventually they see that you have a vehicle that is good enough for, to run elections and to probably win offices, and they say, come, roundtable negotiation. If you give us your members of 50, 100,000 people to vote for us, assuring us that they have all collected their PVCs, and they will go all out during the elections to vote us in, come up with your fee and let us negotiate.
Because
And
the
then what?
truth is, no, but look,
The
Mr. Prince.
fee I can give to them if they want to give us money so that our members will support them is to be that microfinance bank for our members, not me.
All right, you may need to
Okay.
just hold on,
Personally,
Prince.
not to give me personally. I'm
We've
not
opened
have
the
a
phone
call.
lines.
We
We've
have
opened
a
the phone
call.
lines. Let's take this call.
Ibrahim is
good
calling
morning.
us from Kano. Good morning, Ibrahim. Hello, Ibrahim.
I think that call is not there. Now that's the you are not sounding really very convincing to me, Prince.
To Nigerians also.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we Nigerians, we always think they have to give somebody money, and when the penny eats the money, and then what? After you've taken the money, you get the money.
Mr. Prince,
Now you have a vision.
This is what is happening in Nigeria.
This is a
Some of
vision,
these
no.
You see, it's
so-called
because it's been happening.
activists,
It's
some
because
of
it's
these
been
so-called
happening.
activists
What
and
is
and
different about
spokesmen.
Ivan?
Exactly.
I don't want to sit down here and discredit other associations. We know it has been happening. They know on what basis they were formed. But Ivan was formed on the basis of voters' union. It's a union of voters. Go and look at all other unions in the country, even the union of Chevron workers.
They probably have affiliates.
Does somebody or would somebody go and give the chairman of the union of Julius Berger and ask that chairman to abandon his union members? It's not. You cannot give money to a union chairman or president and say he should abandon. Then you have defeated the goal of the union.
Okay, I think Ibrahim is trying to get
Hello, Ibrahim. Good morning. Ibrahim, are you there?
Hello.
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 Hi,
good
good
morning,
morning.
Ibrahim.
Morning. How are you?
Very
Fine,
well,
fine.
thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm
Prince.
here. I'm here.
Good morning, Ibrahim. God bless you for calling.
What I want to contribute is I wish this election will be fair and will be fair.
Okay.
Because due to what they are telling us, they are trying to leave the election again. Is that true?
We have heard about that, but that information is not verified. And once it becomes a verified news, you can be rest
Yes,
assured
we'll
we'll
talk
bring
about
it
it.
on this show.
You know, we Nigeria are sick.
Okay, we lost that call again. Okay, you were trying to say something about,
Yes.
I think it makes a lot of sense saying that. The example that you cited, and
the
all of that.
first
It's just
union-
that it's very
union of
worrisome.
The
Okay.
first union of voters, I'm telling you today, is the first union of voters. And by the time other voters across the country understand where Ivan is coming from, they will all come and queue under Ivan. And that's the only way their interests will get on the agenda.
All right.
Because this thing is about interest. Remember, if your interest does not get on the agenda, nobody is going to discuss your interest.
That's true.
Mr. Prince, if really Ivan is for the people of Nigeria, for voters to, don't you think Ivan should go out of its way to go out to the streets, to the marketplaces, to the public parks, have, one-on-one engagement with the people there, sensitize the people of Nigeria on how to vote, because that is one of the issues. A lot of Nigerians do not know how to vote properly. They do not even know why they should vote. They do not even know their duties as voters. So don't you think your organization should do that outreach?
Yeah, we've been talking about voters
to help the
education and all
people.
of that.
Yes, actually we are doing that to the best of our ability. You see,
Have you done any in Lagos or
Yeah, we are
Abuja or
doing-
even the villages, for
Jakonde,
example?
if you go to Jakonde, you will see Ivan banner. We have a banner. It's there.
Okay.
If you go to Alayande, you see our banner. If you go to Alimosho, Iba, Lasu,
Oh, really?
you see our banner. If you go to Ikeja, you will see our banner. You see, we go to these communities, we inaugurate them, we set up a committee there, a coordinator, and they form an executive, and they coordinate themselves, and they report to the center. Now,
How about in other states? In
same
Delta State,
thing, the same
Jigawa
thing,
State,
what we-
How
particularly
many
for
states
the,
is Ivan? How many states is represented
In Ivan.
In Ivan, yeah.
currently, Ivan is in Ogun State, Osun State, Lagos State, Oyo State, Delta State, Edo State, Kanu.
All right, let's take this call. Good morning, Usman. Hello, Usman. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine, and you?
All right, very
Good.
well, thank you. The network is so. All right. Okay. So let's. So I mean, you mentioned about 10 states already.
Yes, we are in about Oyo, Ogun, Osun, Delta, Edo, Lagos, Kanu, Abuja, 8 states. And we are reaching out, we are calling on other voters who are registered voters, because the requirement to be members of IVAN,
Exactly,
you must
I was
be
gonna ask you.
registered to vote with INEC.
Okay.
If you are registered to vote, you make a photocopy of your voter's card, a passport picture of yourself
Okay.
attached to it. Okay.
No, don't worry.
I want to show you a sample of our form.
Okay.
So you see a sample of our form, what it looks like.
Okay, maybe after we
Yes.
go on the break, then you bring us,
Exactly.
you could do that.
So when you have that attached completely and signed, filled out, that makes you a...
And then you pay the fee to be a member.
There's no fee.
Oh, it's free?
There's no fee for now.
Okay.
There's no fee for now.
Okay, so you may introduce fee later.
Yes, because we have a cooperative system that will come in, microfinance that members will benefit from. What we are doing this for is to give ID cards to our members. So with that ID card, they can access the benefits.
And that is the benefit of being an Ivan member.
Yes, even after election, Ivan will still continue. Ivan is not here because of only election. Ivan is I've been doing foundation charity work.
Like you said.
So Ivan came
MEF,
in
I mean PEF.
as another, yes, pefhelp.org. pefhelp.org. That's the charity. I'm
the
a
website.
co-founder, yes.
Okay, okay.
So myself and my wife.
Look at the people, the victims of this Boko Haram insurgency.
Sorry, let's take this call.
okay.
Usman,
Hello, good morning. I call back.
okay,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Good to have you back.
All right, thanks. I only want to ask you people about the. Well, hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Guys, you don't have network. We really invite to run down.
All right,
We can
all right. Try and call us back, Usman.
And you see,
he was
this is how
lamenting.
frustrated
He was lamenting.
some
Very
Nigerians
frustrating.
are with
You see,
situations.
you see, this issue, we don't want to, we will address all of these issues. The Independent Voice Association of Nigeria is a voice that you cannot shut down.
But have you done anything so far?
we are
Have you
When did
spoken
you start?
against
When did you start?
any
started,
political
we are new.
party or candidate? Have you done anything so far?
No, let's know. When did you start?
We are
Obviously, you
We
you
are
started
new.
after the 2011 election.
Yes, we started 2014, last year.
Oh,
We started
okay.
last year, and we are new.
Pretty new, yeah.
And we are not being sponsored, like I said, by any party, by any candidate. That's why it will take you long to even hear about us. But if you go to the grassroots and mention Ivan, they will tell you. Even when I travel on the roads from Lagos to Benin, all the checkpoints all the police, the custom, they all know me as the national president of Ivan. They will be, hey, my president. That's how they
All right,
know
so
me.
it's a popular platform. I mean,
on
it
the
is
streets.
on the on the street,
We are not a
grassroots.
political party. We are not those kind of group that will come out and say, I want to support Mr. A or I want to support Mr. B. On what reason? For what reason or whatever reason?
All
we
right,
don't know.
our show has been really, really very interesting. We have Prince Bani Akpore here with us in the studio, and we have been talking very, very, passionately about, about Ivan and what Ivan represents and what they intend to do for you as a voter. So keep your calls calling in, and you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Instagram, you can also like our Facebook and be a part of the show. The show does not end in just the time we spend here, but bottom line, it goes well beyond that. All right, we're going to go on a short break now, and then when we come back, we will still be engaging Prince Bani. Okay, stay with us. All right, we'll be taking you through the last stretch of the program today. We've been engaging in a very passionate conversation. Prince Bani Akpore, and he's the president of the Independent Voice of Nigeria, Independent Voice Association of Nigeria, aka Voters. The organization and the platform is responsible for ensuring that voters' interests are duly represented and executed, even after candidates have been voted into office. And so we've been engaging him to find out the ideologies, the objectives, the aims, and how they intend to actually get this done. You were telling us before we went on the break, about your members. What is the current membership of Ivan?
Actually, right now we have over 200,000 members.
As in, for real?
Yes,
All over the country?
scattered. These
All
are,
around
let me
the
show you
all over the
forms.
country.
These are forms.
Okay.
You see, this is, to become a member, you must be registered to vote. This is a photocopy of one of our member.
That's
I will
a
not
PVC?
mention.
That's
the
a PVC?
yes. Then now this is the passport photo of the person. They filled out, local government, the ward, the state, or
The contact number.
Then they will
and
sign
they will sign.
their date of birth, their telephone number, their email address. So we have these data.
Do you have identity card? Does your members carry identification?
Like this member now has ID card, because once you follow all our instructions and complete your form, you'll be issued an ID.
Let's
As a
take it
matter of
again.
fact,
How can I join Ivan? Because of our time, you need to quickly tell Nigerians.
from your own, what local government are you from?
I'm from Lagos State, and I am from, let's say, Ikosi local government.
Ikosi. We have Ikosi is Magodo area,
Yes.
axis.
Yeah.
We have coordinators there.
Okay.
So, and we have a banner. If you go into Magodo, you see our banner. Even
okay.
when INEC had the problem of PVC, people were calling us thinking we
That
can
you
help
can
them.
help.
We only told them, register to be our member first.
And then we can
have
champion your
a
cause.
class action that we will do. All our members must be registered to vote.
No, all eligible,
Eligible, yes, that
eligible
qualified.
voters, people who registered with INEC, get their PVC so that they can vote.
But what
Yes,
if- but
even
what
our
if-
members, we can address it with INEC. We will write INEC, and we have members of our association.
So how can
that
I
are not
access?
registered to-
How can
that don't
exactly?
have their
How can I
PVC? Please.
access your
These are
coordinators?
this information.
Yeah, how can your coordinators be assessed? How can people get in touch with you?
There are our banners. We have 3 telephone lines.
Okay, so people should just watch out for your banners.
Yes, see the 3 telephone lines. 0814-194-5072, 0708-340-9829, 090-513-33584.
Quickly take that again for emphasis. For people who are watching us, you can take these numbers down.
090-513-33584. These are our 3 numbers. If you call that number, we can register you over the phone.
Over the phone,
Then
okay.
ask you to take a copy of your voter's card and your passport photo and meet with the nearest coordinator in your own locality. It will now give you a form. You fill it out and attach it, sign the form,
Okay.
and you now will have your telephone number. When your ID card is ready, we'll send you a courtesy text message that your ID card is ready for pickup.
Okay.
Go and pick it up. There will be no confusion. Ivan, we don't have confusion in Ivan, no.
Okay.
See.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Prince
so
Bani Akori. We started on a very light note, like someone who is not really loaded, or I mean, we not talk much, but we just find out that we've engaged him for the last 50 minutes, and it's just one level of information to another, and that is what Ivan is all about. Our platform, we have always announced, is very open to all organizations. We are not partisan. We don't belong to any political party. We are we're an organization that ensure that violence is not available and is not seen anywhere in the corridor of elections. And we preach that Nigeria proceed, with a free and fair elections come March the 28th and April the 11th. We want to say a very big thank you for all of you for being a part of our show. And we want to say a very big thank you to Prince Bani Akori for being on our show
God
too.
bless you.
And we look forward to having you again on the show.
Yes, I want to use this medium to quickly say
10 seconds.
our members out there and other Nigerians, they should please avoid violence at the poll. When you go to vote, just go and vote and leave.
And go home.
If you go and cause violence, your vote will not count.
All right.
They will cancel that election, so we don't
All
want
right,
your
thank
votes
you
not to
very much
count.
for all of
Thank
you
you.
who attempted. I think the network was so bad today. I mean, a lot of people attempted to get in touch with us, and they just could not do that. We say a very big sorry, but you can try tomorrow. Our show will be here. Thank you, and
God bless.
stay out of trouble.
Do not drink and drive and say no to violence.